All right, in this video, I'm literally going to show you three free online tools plus two, for the most part, these are tools that you already have, so you don't have to go out and buy them to create very useful content quickly and easily. Now, by the time this video is over, in under 10 minutes, you're going to know how to use these free tools and you're going to know how to create content on the fly that basically doesn't sap your creative energy because you're literally just uh to put it simply, you're literally just documenting things that you're already doing. So let me tell you a quick story. This week has been a very rigorous one, and I had to make some really important decisions about business, life, international travel, etc. So I got up this morning and, like I normally do, I grab my phone to look at my goals. I don't lie. Sometimes I do launch into the habit of consuming content, and it just so happens that I awakened to this Gary Vee post. Now, several years ago, I did a video on Gary Vee's famous edict to everybody who's looking to get their message out there: document, don't create. Instead of sitting there and over analyzing and coming with a fancy list of, hopefully in air quotes, viral topics, literally just share value by talking about what you're doing and the tools that you're doing in the process. And so literally I saw that this man had generated value by writing on a freaking map, or sorry, post it. So you'll see this says 54 minutes ago. I said, did this man just create badass, insightful content by writing on a post-it note, then uploading it? I'm literally going to stop, write an idea on a note, and upload it. Join me, subscribe, and let us do this. And let's do this. So what I did was write out a framework that I created this week. Really, it started last week, but I really honed it this week, and it's called the 6P question framework. So the whole idea is that if you're confused about an important decision that you make, what you want to do is sit down and write out the answers to the um, question prompt words in English that begin with W, and then there's the last one, which is H. So who, what, when, where, why, and how. Well, the thing is that to keep it all peeves and to make it a framework that people could remember, I basically thought about a way to represent each one of those questions words with a P. So I said, take any idea, dilemma, decision that you're working on making a solid decision about, a choice, and think about the first P, which is people. Ask yourself, okay, who's going to be involved in this project? Or who's going to live in this particular location, all right? Or who built that particular service or product? The who question, when it comes to almost anything in life, is super important. Next thing is the where question. You can do the same activity in different places, a different where, and get different results. When is super important, especially during these times when we have turbulent political and economic and geopolitical happenings going on. So you something that is done now versus later, or later versus now, may have a major impact on your end results. So I needed a way to represent time, and I said post stamp. That says post stamp. Next thing is purpose. Why are you doing something, right? Are you doing it for yourself because it really feeds to your own value system, or to please other people? So you want to know your purpose. Next is you want to know the what. In that instance, is the project you're working on, right? What is the offer that you're working on? Sidebar, whenever you're thinking about offers, it really helps to think about, begin with the end in mind, think about your pricing strategy. And for that, you can write out a square, and on the vertical line, you write the pricing structure, unit pricing versus recurring pricing. And on the horizontal line, you can write low ticket, high ticket, and then you'll have four boxes, and that represents the four types of offers: the low ticket recurring, um, the low ticket one-off price product, the high ticket one-off price product, the low ticket recurring offer, and the high ticket recurring offer. So literally, you can see how thinking about these questions are recursive. recursive because I never would have developed that other framework, which I call the offer pricing framework, if I didn't sit down and think about, okay, what is this project literally about? What's my offer, right? You see how that works? The last P is process. How are you going to go about doing things? A step-by-step process. So what I'm literally doing here is mapping out my process for answering tough questions and making business decisions and making life decisions in the who, what, when, where, how, why category, right? So this is my particular process. So now I would invite you, anything you're working on, take out a pen and paper and write out the 6 P's and then prompt yourself. And sidebar, you can go over to Bard AI and ask Bard AI these 6 questions for almost anything that you're working on, and you're going to get a lot of insight, right? So now you see that just by literally sitting down and not thinking about doing anything fancy, but literally articulating to you the things that I've done this week to move myself forward. What I have done is, number one, share with you my own process that you can use. All right, quote unquote proprietary process. We all have a way of attacking problems. All right. So you have now the resource number one, which is the 6 P questions process. All right. Resource number two is I've just shown you how to throw these questions into Bard for insight. All right. Resource number three is just showing you through demonstration how, as Gary Vee said, you can literally document, not create, and take out your pen and paper, all right, and literally with a pen and paper write out what's on your mind, which is what I did, which was my 6 P process. I didn't wait to do this fancy in the video. I just literally wrote it on a notebook, and I took a picture of this, and then I uploaded it with what's one of the resources I'm going to talk about, the YouTube mobile app, right? Because I believe you need the mobile app in order to do this. And then the pen and paper and your phone, all right? And so now you have a way to create content, a graphic, which is pen and paper plus mobile. You have the app to do it. Sidebar, I'm using screenpal.com to do this video. And if you log on to screenpal.com, there is a way to integrate YouTube with ScreenPal. So after this video is done, unlike Loom or other screen cast video services, I can just click a button and automatically upload this to YouTube. Okay, harder to do that with other tools. And Bard AI, right? And then what's going to happen is that when I upload this video, I'm going to go to Bard AI and use a prompt like write a catchy description about a video called Document Don't Create by Gary Vee. All right. And if I want to be fancy, I can say, start off by saying, assume the role YouTube advanced YouTube creator. Next. All right. All right. Then see what it says. Okay. So what's going to happen is that I'm going to take this content, instead of, again, using my own creative energy, right? I'm literally going to take this content and upload this to the video description section, and then I'm going to be done with it, right? And the whole idea with these videos is that you want to focus on speed of execution and getting this out to as many people as possible, as opposed to something fancy. Now, let's just say you did 100 of these and one of these took off. Then you could take that video and rework it and add the fancy stuff. But at the end of the day, like, you can't share ideas that are still in your head. So in under 10 minutes now, this video is going to clock in under 10 minutes. I've shared with you all the resources that I'm using. I've shared with you a prompt on Bard to create without too much cognitive bandwidth YouTube descriptions. I've showed you a tool to upload to YouTube in one click. I've showed you how to use the Google YouTube community app, and you have like at least three tools here that you can use along with a process that you can use for decision making. This is Shoal, and I'm out.